streaming. Hello. Good. Hello, guys. Today I'll present Google Maps API. I'll tell something how we do use it. It's very common used API. As well, like nobody really probably pays too much attention in it, because implement usually once. In a practice, I use the Google Maps API for embedding maps, as well putting a picture on a layer, and just setting up, I don't know, point of interest. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? All right, on the screen you see that's all Google Maps APIs, at least which I have access to. So Google Maps API allows you to get the data, like to access routes. Routes, you can calculate distance between points of interest. Like if you have two coordinates, you can know, like, I don't know if it's 2 miles away or is it 3 miles away. You can set a radius. If you have I don't know, a database which contains location data, you can calculate which points of interest are within radius or outside. Yeah. Oh, raise. Okay, sorry. All right. Yeah. Probably the most known to everybody Google Maps API is static maps, which everybody can see if you go on any site. If you go in an about page, usually you're gonna find, like, you know, our business is open here and there, and people they do embed the maps with location, and put extra layers where they tell what information, opening times, closing times on it. Thinking what else? What can we do? Yeah, you can. Let's say the most useful APIs. One of the useful is geocoding API, where you can give an address of a location, and it will provide you its geolocation tag. Yeah. Has anybody used it? No. Okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah, that would allow for you, like, if you create a form and somebody puts in an address, like in the real world, so, and you want to save its location. And after do any search using geolocations, you'll be able to query it. And vice versa, if you have a point and you know location, you can query from the location data. You can get an address, approximation of it. For address data validation, you would use different service, like postal service or like MDM solution. I can't recall what it is, but if you make a second, Informatica. So, I don't know, that's a suite of, yeah. So, in a big business, let's say for address validation, you would use Informatica, because they contain a whole world database or address places, like your postal service. So, anyways, that's just for address validation. Okay, what else we have? Maps elevation, stuff, static maps. Good. Maybe we can check what. Okay, this is a site of a basic static embedded iframe, and this is the most common usage of any mapping API. You just want to display like via here, So usual options on any of those APIs is like what you would set. You would set coordinates or address in a query, and a zoom level if you want to zoom something in. Like now you can do. Right, 5 minutes. Cool. Anybody got any questions, actually?
So for a typical React project, which one would you use?
For typical React project, I would use a static maps API. I mean, if you want to just display a location, yeah, that would do. As well.
If you want to display, for example, one location to another, like a route, like a route.
Route.
Yeah, route.
Yeah, directions API.
Like a path,
Yeah, so you would provide the two location addresses or geolocation data. You can do this and you can query as well, but query is pretty flexible, so it will allow you either query by if you have latitude, longitude, or addresses. It can combine and will provide you path like route from, I don't know, point A to point B. So if you would be working on, I don't know, let's say delivery service application, I don't know, somebody has to route. Yeah, I mean your pizza driver would probably use, or his app would tell him like next turn is, don't know where to go to deliver to your house.
I've seen in many websites that they use a map like the one that you said study, but they also give the map given a location. I mean, basically location. What would you do in this case? Is there any IPA specific for that, or you need to combine with the geolocation?
You mean like?
Like giving the map,
yeah.
Showing by default the position that you are in that.
Oh, that's a query parameter. So you can hard code it in URL, or it can be as well like made it pretty kind of static. It can come from, I don't know, your state or anywhere, because query is standard, and you supply your values. Because you can have like multiple options. Because you can have points of interest. You can set your center of a map by providing usually geolocation data. That's what we use. Okay. Thinking roads, embedded maps, elevations. Anybody else have any questions?
Are all free?
No.
Or there is a limitation?
There are limitations. There are free limits where you can use it for free. The services, they used to be actually free, like 3-4 years ago. You could freely use certain APIs, but now Google enforced a limit. But you have alternatives as well, like Mapbox, you have Here Maps, OpenStreetMaps. There is a European project. I think EU gives money. It's like Open Maps something as well. They do provide multiple data. Okay. Thinking what to present. Anybody would like to ask anything?
This is just about Google Maps, well, APIs with maps, or just all the ones that Google have?
This is no. Right. Yeah. This is just a Google Maps API list. I'm not 100% sure if they don't have any more APIs, but at the moment they have these ones, and these APIs they can do multiple things. So I don't know, they can calculate distance, locations, they can provide maps and multiple layers, and you can do multiple things using these APIs. But they do one thing and they're not so, let's say, interesting. Because you have a
In general, with this API, the way you are going to work with them is not really getting data to an endpoint. It's going to be more about embedding one that is iframe or something like that, because you need to render as well the map, no? I mean, how do you deal to render the map inside your website?
Inside the website. Okay, so you can download, whereas like React's Google Maps, you can have a component pre-done where you enter your API key, which you have to register for. Otherwise, you would use iframe. So you would embed. But essentially, yeah, the usage is what you would do. You would embed it. Because it's quicker, doesn't add extra dependency.
And the API key, I mean, it's just only two. I mean, key and secret, you get this like in...
For API key, you have to register with Google.
Yeah. In each one, or it's just global, you just get one and that's it?
You get two keys actually. You get one like server side, you get one public one.
Okay.
And you can any time, like if you notice, like if you track your APIs and you see there is a big spike of, I don't know, your public key, I don't know, usage, somebody like, you know, re-copy the string, you can always reset it. So that's
good.
all right. Cool. Embeds. Thinking. You can check what do we have. Relay services. Yeah. Anybody has any other questions or have experience with maps? Because essentially there is like, okay, there is a presentation layer, let's say, in the maps. So you have a maps presented as a static or as a, I don't know, yeah, mostly static. On the maps you have multiple layers. You know, people in, I don't know, in a websites, in applications, what they do use it, like they add the pictures, overlays on top. And yeah, they query geolocation data. I don't know, validates addresses as well from geolocation data. And that's kind of it. I'd say there is not really much about them. Cool.
What is that? Just examples that someone built, or?
Oh, this one is somebody built.
Okay.
Actually, I haven't had the time, but it's like, it's very small thing, and it's not that interesting, because you know, if you're gonna work as a developer, you're gonna be touching mapping APIs, be it like Google Maps, Mapbox, or any other. You'll be embedding it, and you'll be just using just to present something, and that's probably going to be all your knowledge, unless you work for Google or for any of those API providers, and you work on these APIs in particular.
Because I never worked with the APIs, then how are you handle that? You need to send something, or you just install a component in your website and send information through that component, or?
Multiple ways. You can query API, you can connect from the back end, and after decide how you're going to present. Myself, like I did the iframe, so just simply embedding, same as YouTube. You copy a piece of code, and in a code, like in a query, you predetermine, you know, what parameters you preset, and after Google Maps, they do deliver for you, like the site. You load the site, and it loads from external source. So, yeah. Cool. Anyone else? Ricardo, maybe you would like to ask? No. Nice.
So you have got a code example to bring it to life.
I don't really have, but even if that was the case, like it would be just iframe, because there's nothing to.
Are you going to show an API or
Oh, API integrate. Actually, we can do. Thinking what we can. Static maps API. We can try to integrate. My goodness. How to do it? Sorry. Google. Yeah. So Google actually has pretty good mapping APIs and I don't know tutorials how to embed those. So let's say if we need to do something. So just a second. Okay. Not cool. Sorry, just a sec, and we can. Empty page. Cool. Okay. So let's say to implement the same iframe, we can do that pretty easily. I know I need my key. Just a second, if you may. Cool. I know where it says the key, but I can't. Oh yeah, your API key. That's end of a query. Just a second. You can actually check how it does look. Control S. Yeah, sorry. Gray, how to access the desktop on this one?
Access what, sorry?
Desktop.
Just in the terminal, you could, yeah, in there, or you can just
I can.
cd desktop.
Desktop. Index.
I think you put it in home grey, yeah?
Hmm?
You put it in home grey. You didn't put it on the desktop.
You can open it on the left-hand side, open the Explorer, and we'll tell you what the file is.
Or actually, we can check.
Yeah.
Index, yeah, it's in a home directory. Index. Okay, so cool. So oh, all right. Sorry. Okay, maps, embeds. So yeah, actually this is embedded. Rainbow list. Yeah, so embed key. Yeah. Blank. Fine. So in this one map, that's I guess is default view. So in this query there are no provided like location parameters, so it doesn't search anything particular. And by default, Google displays Space Needle. Oh yeah, Space Needle. Yeah, that's actually I see where we have where yeah. I'm actually curious, will it work? And
You type London, for example.
London. Okay, I can actually try to see. Oh yeah, you found London.
Yeah. You just said that we have to hard code the if we want to put
Yeah, this. Yeah, this is kind of hard coding because we put the query parameters.
I think it takes latitude and longitude as well.
It does, yeah. Because I checked, it's in after question mark you can supply in I don't know formats. We can actually try. So I don't know. 51. No, zero. Okay, London is around 50 on a 50 latitude or longitude.
What system is not using? What coordinate system? It's not definitely the American.
Yeah.
What makes sense if we run the American?
Well, once America was created, the coordinates were existing, right? So they recreated them, so they built a new system.
Yeah, that's we need query example if we can. Oh yeah. Cool. It uses difference, no place key. We can actually check if it can query one of those places. Okay. And oh, cool, it works. So Greenwich. Let's say 0.0.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Is it?
No,
No, that's still like. No, it's still on a Greenwich on a daylight time.
Greenwich.
So.
51 means, so if you move it.
Greenwich is not 51 exactly, but 001.
I mean, Greenwich is 00 according to the historical coordinate system. Because it won't be able to be Greenwich, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a bad idea. Okay.
We are all done.
So that should shift, I guess, inside.
1.2.
Greenwich. Yeah, that's so. Cool. Yeah. So Greenwich Station is 5.5 and 30 minutes. Cool. I went away. Look. I love dogs. So Canary Wharf is being East London, and it's actually on the west side of the world.
West side of the world.
Yeah. Western Hemisphere, how it's called. Yeah. Cool.
And you can add there
Add
you
the
can add the like where are you now? Because there you are given the allocation, but like
location.
the geolocation, like where are we now?
Oh, where?
Without putting the latitude or longitude. You can do it
You
with that
can
or
use the geolocation.
Geolocation data, yeah.
with the API.
But this would be different API. You would use like on the phone to find out GPS, because I'm pretty sure this one doesn't have. By the IP address, actually, you can figure out. Because if you go in a regular Google Maps, they can tell you approximately. I cannot actually tell. It's
No worries.
because every time you can. And where are we? Cool. If we allow, cool. And I'm on the north side of the Thames. Yeah, that's. I mean, we're all available because your IP address can be tracked, and yeah, it makes a rough guess. It knows that we're in the UK.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's good.
When someone signs up in the political platform, we used to see that mechanism, but this backend, this is front end, we do backend. So what's the main difference? So front end is explicitly asking you to share the details about information, whatever. The backend system you use is based on your IP. So there are some tables of IPs in the world that will give a rough estimation about where the user is based. It's not accurate at all. It's probably less accurate than that. But if we don't care if it's East or West London, we care if it's UK or India, at least it helps. Otherwise you get the flag when you connect. If you move to a different country, you go to the public platform, the flag should change.
It does. Like if yeah, it does. So much. Yeah. Right. I think that could wrap up because it's maps. We made the query. The site is beautiful and working. Google Maps can approximate your location even better. I don't know, applications, I don't know, mobile, something they use differently because they got access like, I don't know, to GPS data, and you should be, I don't know, probably thankful for Apple and Google because now you can navigate through the city because that was one of the requirements, like if you want to have this particular Android version, you have to have certain sensors. So that's why GPS is on every phone, except the feature phones. So, yeah. Cool. We can wrap it up. Okay. Ricardo? Yeah,